Hi there, this is Abraham, and I'm going to be doing a recording for week number 5 technical interview. And this is going to be as if I was going to be interviewing with a possible employer. Heads up, I'm going to be using AI on most of these questions because I have not mastered how to make the length of the video longer than I think 15 minutes. And also, too, heads up on some of the questions that are being, or some of the steps that are being asked. I noticed, I think on step number 3, when we were supposed to be adding like a million, or not a million, but a certain amount of data into a table, I found that my computer froze. So I'm going to hopefully that's not going to happen again, but it may happen again. So we're going to have to do some troubleshooting, which I'm not into. It shouldn't be hard. I'll just either, close out of the program and then start over. So it shouldn't interrupt this video. However, like I said, that I'm going to be using AI so that we can keep the video down to a minimal amount of time. So I'm going to share my screen and we're going to get started. So the first question that they're asking is so basically we're going to be doing this assignment that has to do with ratings and we're gonna have to do it has to do with movies and ratings, and the ratings table is going to be the table that we're going to be doing some queries on. So let's get started. So here I've already so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use AI for this. Basically, the first question is seed data, generate 1 million random ratings. Below is the example script that you can use as a reference. So just to go over this really quickly, because I want to keep within the time frame. The query that would be used is create table if not exists, if not exists. So this is what we're telling, this is in our query. The query and the table that is in question is ratings. And then this is the criteria. This is like the primary key or the keys, and these are the values that are to them, or these are like the different categories, and then the values that are associated. So the data types. So I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste this, and then I'm going to copy and paste it, and then so the way I'm going to go back to Super SQL, which I've already had up for a second. I was working with this earlier, so I'm going to delete this right here, this query, because it's actually for a step that's later on. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and paste this. And then as you see, it's the same thing, and I'm going to run it, and we'll see what the answer is. I'm just going to click yes. And it says success, no rows returned. So that means that this table exists. So let's continue. I'm going to delete this. Like I said, I have pretty good results when I was doing this earlier, so I feel pretty confident about this. I'm going to undo that. Next thing is to do is number 2 is clear existing data to ensure a clean 1 million row test. So I'm going to truncate table ratings, especially I'm going to clear everything out. So I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste this too. So that is the actual query. We'll go back to my movies table, and I'm going to just paste that here and then click, and then I'm going to run it. And you're going to get this pop-up, says blah, blah, blah. This query includes X, blah, blah, blah. You're going to say run query. And it should come back saying success, no rows returned. So we are getting, looks like so far the steps are correct. Let's continue. So this is the one where I found that my computer froze. So if that happens, we will have to do a quick, um, I don't know, recovery and figure it out. So let's go ahead and get this done. I'm going to copy and paste this. So basically, that it's asking seed 1 million rows of random data. This generates blah, blah, blah. This generates random movies, IDs, and then so it has the criteria, blah, blah, blah. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm only going to have to copy and paste up to here. And then I'm gonna put this into the SQL, and I make sure everything looks fine. So insert. So basically, this is what it's saying: the ratings table. These are the columns, and then select, and then they're creating like, I guess, well, floors, which could be just like different like partitions, I guess if you call it maybe. And this is the criteria. So let's go ahead and run this. And failed to run SQL error. Column created at is a type of double precision, but expression line 6. Created at column created at is of type double precision, but expression. So I don't know what that means. Let's just see what you will need to rewrite or cast the expression. Let's just copy and paste this really quick and put this into AI and see what it tells us. And I don't want to take a lot of time on this. I might just have to just skip it because actually it worked for me before. So something has happened since then. I'm going to go into AI mode and I'm going to copy and I'm just going to paste this in here. And it's going to say, and I'm going to say, what, or how should I correct it? Or how should the query be? And have a question mark. Best thing about these AIs is just try to be as is detailed as, as possible to convert the result of your data calculation into a, I don't know what that even means. The Eric, because you are trying to insert a selected time into a column that is strictly defined as double precision. Use the extract. Oh my goodness, I don't know what that actually means. So I really don't know. Failed to run. Okay, error 42M column created at, which is right here, is of type double precision, but expression is of type with but expression. Okay. I don't know what that means. All I have to say is that I ran this a couple of days ago and everything came out fine. It just took a while when it froze. So we're gonna just continue. We'll just act like I could not answer that question. Okay, so let's go back to the remaining assignment. Let's do this one, which is confirm the row count. So I actually did this one earlier and it came out fine. If something comes back wrong, then it's because maybe I've already ran this, but let's just go ahead and see what it's going to give us. Once again, this is for the going on, I think question number failed to run query. Is there confirm the row count. Confirm. Oh, I'm sorry. Gotta leave that part out. That was the question. Actually, let's do this. I'm really, let's just for giggles. Let's go back here and okay, that's my bad. Let's, I didn't want to run it on the second line. Because I don't want to think that it's gonna, we should probably put it on the first line. I don't know if it's gonna make a difference. Paste. Okay, let's run it. Oh, this is, okay. So count zero. Okay, so count zero. Okay, so it says confirm the row count, which is 0. Okay, perfect. Let's continue. I got shocked for a second. I don't know. Baseline, run the following query with the explain analyze. Okay, so this is, and record the execution time. So this is the query right here at explain analyze select, hashtag, or yeah, hashtag from ratings where score equals 10. So 10 is the maximum and explain, analyze, select is the query. And we're going to go ahead and go like this. I'm going to delete what's in here. So as you can see, this is pretty simple. Like I said, I'm copying and pasting and using a lot of AI and execution. Okay, query execution total 0.02. So that's the answer. All right, so let's continue to go on. Okay, identify the bottlenecks, locate the SQL scan and the output. How many rows were removed from the filter? I didn't know, I didn't see that. So we can probably just go back and so um how many rows? It says 0 rows. It's the question. And how many rows were removed in the filter? Total time. zero rows. That's what it says. Okay, so that's the question. Identify the bottleneck, locate the SQL scan and the output ham. Okay, we did that one. The optimization, create a tree B index on the column, on the score column. Ooh, I don't, oh, here we go. Thank you for giving me the the query because I was like, wait a minute, I don't remember that. So we're gonna go ahead and copy this and we're gonna just keep moving on so we don't go over our time. Oh my God, okay. Delete that. I'm gonna pop this here once again, pasting it, paste, creating an index. This is the commands, the values, going through. And we did another, it says here index. So it looks like by map. Okay, I think we did it, right? I think we did something here. Oh, it says index rating score. So bit by Mac. Okay, so it looks like there was something else added. So I believe that we successfully did what was asked. The verification rerun. So the verification rerun the explain analyze query. Okay, explain. Okay, let's rerun it. So I'm gonna highlight it, copy, go back. Um, just for giggles, even though I could probably just run the same one. Let's just follow the instructions and get as many points as we can. Paste, paste. Want us to run it. And I have 6 rows and some blah, blah, blah. And the question is it now using the index scan? What is the new execution time? Calculate the improvement, the performance increased by 500. Is it now using an index scan? Well, it says it is. And it says here there's 6 rows. So I'm going to say yes. What is the new execution time? It looks like it was 0.001 milliseconds, I guess. And um, calculate the percentage improvement. Uh, Good example, performance increased by 500. So calculate the percentage improvement. I don't quite know how to do that, so I'm going to have to say that I cannot answer that question. Um, Calculate the percentage improvement, the performance, I'm not certain. I don't know how to do that. So as you can see, this was fairly straightforward. There was some data that was given to us. I basically used AI to keep this a very simple video. Towards the end, there were some mathematic questions that I probably could have done better at, but I was unable to answer. So this concludes our assignment for our technical interview questions for week number 5. I want to thank you for your time, and I'm going to go ahead and end this video and submit my assignment. All right, thank you. And stop sharing my screen too. Let's get out of here and